fast. People predicted that 10 years ago when he was a 7'9" DI or inspector. People said, we believe in you. One day you'll come back to be a commander and example for the community, and that's Chief Banks. Chief Banks have shown a tremendous sensitivity when it came to deal with the community. In the 7-9 precinct 10 years ago, it wasn't, the community wasn't that spread out, but he always said, I'm looking forward for one day to be a part of the Jewish community. And that's exactly what happened. Working in Brooklyn South, Manhattan North, and then now being promoted as Community Affairs Bureau, he already did a few changes to the better, and we're looking forward to a positive working relation in the future, and we wish him luck, of course. At the same time, we need to mention here we have Inspector Dykeman from Housing Bureau, Brooklyn North. A friend to the community, is always available. I'm sure Rabbi Rabat has a lot to say about housing, and he deals in more intensive issues than myself. He's always available for the community, and Chief Jaffe believes in him and feels that he's a great commander, and so are we. So thank you for coming here today. I also would like to congratulate the new 7-9 inspector who came today, Inspector Bertozik. Thank you very much for coming here. You are here for a couple months only in the 7-9. You have a great relation. We speak constantly with your liaison, Abe Lichtenstein, a good friend to the community, a respected and honorable person. He says the inspector is always available. He made himself available always. We had a few issues with Shamram and Atzola, and he always showed a tremendous sensitivity in dealing with the community. A couple more people. Chief Nelson, thanks for your support from Brooklyn North. I have to say, in the name of the Satmar community, we have Rabbi Perlstein here, the Vice President. We had an unfortunate few months ago, right before the summer, where the Grand Rabbi's mother passed away. And I have to say, although it was the first day of the job for Chief Banks, he came out and together with Inspector Kemper, a detail from Brooklyn North, it's called an Operation Sundown, and it went uneventful, and we have to thank the name of the Satmar community for everything that we did in that day. Another person, even though his rank is only a detective, but he does work as a 3-star chief, Detective Aaron Barish. Where are you? Thank you for being there, always giving over the message from the commission to the community and vice versa. We thank you very much. Senator Squadron, junior senator, but you have shown, like the rabbi said, unbelievable availability, your office, and it seems like you're one of the senior senator now. Thank you very much. And last but not least, the fire department. They deserve a lot of credit coming to a scene of accidents, working with the Atzola, and which the Atzola coordinators are here. Shia, Bernard, where are you? Shia and the other coordinators, they have shown a tremendous cooperation when it comes to time of crisis and big events in the community. And let us not forget, we had a terrible tragedy over in Israel yesterday where 4 Orthodox Jewish people, members of the community, that got killed in a terrible shooting. And we should remember the funerals going on as we speak. We should remember that as well. Fred, thank you from the mayor's office. And also, before I conclude, we keep doing these meetings, and we go from one meeting to the other, and many are asking, what's the benefit of it, and what do you feel that we accomplish after so many meetings? And the answer is very simple. The communications is a true blessing that the Jewish community have between many elected officials, many law enforcement agencies. We had that going, that when it comes to a incident, comes to a crisis or any incidents throughout the city, we get called, such as the shooting, of course. And I have to correct Rabbi Niederman. The inspector was on vacation that day of the shooting, correct, Inspector Kemper? And he came in he could have just said, I have a great squad commander, Lieutenant Anderson, I have great special operations people in the precinct, but he said, hey, I'll be right there. I said, you're on vacation, it's not necessary, the scene is under control, we only have 75 to 100 people on the street. And he says, no, I'll see you in about a half an hour. And that's exactly what happened. This means an example of having a great working relation between the Shamram and other organizations and other community leaders that are here. And I want to thank you for that. So my point is, by meeting and doing these briefings, this always enhances the communications. And once the communications are open, then when it comes to an incident which can be out of control in a few minutes, and it's being resolved in a professional.
And you can see that we have the elders here, the leaders of the community. Rabbi Perlstein from Satmar does a great job and running the Satmar organization in Williamsburg. Thank you, Rabbi Perlstein. And you got Rabbi Weber and Rabbi Kahn and Rabbi Folkwitz and my friend Moses Joseph Menzer. They got so many leaders here, that people who are dedicated to the community and doing the right thing. But we spoke already about everybody, and I know that Chief Banks is very modest, but he got so many compliments, and through compliments, because I also know with my conversation, the commissioner himself, he said that it was one of his best appointments, and we all agree. So congratulations. And I have to mention somebody's name, because I know it wasn't mentioned the whole morning, and I don't know why nobody said anything about Mike Kemper. So here he is. He got so many compliments that it's just unbelievable. But I also know that Chief Banks had so many meetings, I think more than the UN, in the last few weeks, and ate more kosher food in these 3 months than he ate in 10 years anyplace. So welcome, Chief Nelson, everybody, all the leaders, the prior speakers. Dave Friedman, you have Simchi and Moses, Weiser, and Shamram, you have Yitzkovich and the whole group, and from the housing, and Abe's brother Joel, I must give him a compliment for helping me out and being the star and running the prayer area in honor of his father, Rabbi Morton Friedman, may rest in peace, who passed away, and he was running the operation. We had thousands of people doing prayers on the New York State Thruway rest area. It wasn't easy, but he was there for hours and hours and standing there and making sure that everything is running right, so we shouldn't have any problems with the Thruway Authority or complaints from the state police or any other agency. Thank you, Joel, for your job. And the Barish, great. I mean, it's just a pleasure. And the detectives, deserve a lot of credit, and everybody else who is here, Shai Bernard Batzola is here, and running, and the whole group. Again, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I'm sure somehow somebody was mentioned. Everybody was mentioned.